Welcome, everyone. It's great to have you guys out here. This has been a pleasure in the making. Just getting all these great players to come out and sharing something that, for me, has been a long journey. So a bit of background about myself. I'm Jeffrey N. Baker, a voice actor and animator. And I began playing in Ptolus in 2006 when the original book was released. And the group I played with was the same group, levels 1 through 20, for 10 years. We played a full campaign. And it was incredible to keep that many people together for that long. And we finished out a great game. And it was a great, sad, but wonderful ending. And now I get to bring that love for that game to this great group of people and to all of you out there. And it's so exciting. But here we get to do it in 5e. And we want to first thank Monte Cook Games for helping sponsor this, and for me for bringing this game to both 5e and Cypher System. So if you like what you're seeing tonight and you want to jump into Ptolus, either be it 5e or Cypher System, you can pre-order the book. It's ready for pre-order now. And if you do pre-order, you actually get the PDF for both 5e and Ptolus along with your pre-order. So that's a pretty awesome deal. You get two settings for the price of one. We'd also like to thank Hero Forge. They've provided the digital tokens for all the characters tonight. And I think I heard a rumor that we might actually get the real ones at some point too. So yeah, that'll be fun. So everybody can have those. We'd also like to thank Roll20, who we will be using tonight for all of our battle maps and handouts and all that kind of cool interactive stuff and music and just everything that Roll20 is really good at. Dynamic lighting, it's one of my favorite things. And finally, I'd like to thank Josh at Creative Outpouring. Josh is the one who provided this amazing character art that you can see behind some of the people's stuff. Yeah.
Not me. That's right.
Exactly. It's, yeah. He pumped these things out quicker than I've seen any illustrator do. So if you are looking for somebody,
it's incredible.
This is good. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Kidding. Oh, no.
Jacob, you are muted, by the way.
Oh, I am right now. Yes.
Well, what she was saying is we do have the overlays, all the character art on the overlays, so you'll be able to see those up close as we go throughout the game, into the battles, and see their stats and all that really cool stuff. Let's see.
Drum roll.
No. I have the volume up. I can't hear you. Oh, I'm really loud though.
Yeah, you sound gamey.
Well, they figure this out.
I'm boisterous. Hold on.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Be boisterous. Yeah. Right?
You got so loud you clipped out. That was
amazing.
So it was. The microphone said no. That sounds awesome. So more work from Josh. Absolutely cannot wait. Yeah. So now I want to kick it off over to our players. So introduce yourselves.
They should be able to hear me now. They should be able to hear me now. It helps if I transition. You know, yeah. I know how to do my job. It's fine.
It's the first session.
And you can hear Jeff. That's all that matters right now. So
the episode is titled "A Little Bit of Chaos," which is exactly what.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Planned ahead.
Absolutely. So let's kick it for the players. Introduce yourselves, a little bit about your character, and we will start with Ashley.
Oh, okay. Now that everyone can hear me. Hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Babs the Bat. I am the creative director, marketing person, creative community manager. I wear a lot of hats at RockPunch. So I am one of the producers for this project. I help produce D4. You see me around the channel doing all sorts of stuff. So yeah, but I also have my own production company / Twitch channel called Chaotic Tiefling ATL. And for those who don't know, I am playing the Chaotic Tiefling herself, the character that company is named after. She was my very first D&D character ever, and she is making her stream debut. And with her, it's always a little bit of chaos. So.
All right. Next,
I'm
Jacob.
excited.
I am also excited. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jacob, Duval King Jacob on the interwebs, which you see right over there. I'm one of the co-founders of the Amphitheater. I also DM a little show called Duval and Dragons. And I'm super stoked to jump into Ptolus for the first time. And I'll be playing Blurg, a black kobold blood hunter. And he is probably just as excited as I am, but he's a little more nervous. So we'll see how it plays out.
Next up, we have Latia.
Me, hi. I'm Latia. I wear many hats. Also, I'm a streamer and a tabletop player, and I am the community relations coordinator for Monte Games. I am the one who put this whole thing together and got everybody to do the thing. So I guess that's why I'm really nervous about it. I don't know. I want it to go really well.
It'll
I'm
be
super
fine.
happy to put this whole thing together. It's gonna be
fine.
I am playing Samira, the half-elf cleric of Lothian, who is basically like, people want to go hunting for treasure and you don't have a healer. I'm your healer now. Good luck.
Heyo.
And finally, Mark.
Hello, I'm Mark Meir. I do voices in video games. I'm in the Mass Effect trilogy, and you might want to pick up the remaster of that, which is coming out on May 14th. May the 14th be with you. And today I will be playing Heathcliff Garfield, who I don't have the fancy Zoom background like everyone else, but he looks like that. There's a picture of him on your screen every now and then.
He's literally on screen right now.
He is on screen right now. So I'm told.
Nailed it.
So I'm told. And yes, looking very forward to playing in this classic setting.
So excited.
And I just want to take one small moment. Brandon Ording, Shane Lindman, Clint McGill, Aaron Ording, and Eric Burleson. I hope I can do you guys proud. Welcome to Ptolus.
I'm gonna cry.
A city of mysteries, secrets, and dark histories. A city that lies forever in the shadow of a towering stone spire reaching impossibly high into the sky. Itself an enigma, and a reminder of evil long past. In this city, the supernatural is expected, and treachery lies around every corner. Or is it that the supernatural lies around every corner, and treachery is expected? Either way, the city abounds with danger, magic, intrigue, and above all, adventure. Welcome to Ptolus, City by the Spire.
So good.
This is the test.
Let's go.
We're back. I love that video so much.
That is gonna be in the double digits of me watching that video for sure.
Just let me know it's done.
I think you're muted, Ashley.
I am muted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're back.
And we're back. So, thank you all very much.
We're just in awe of the opening video.
Yeah, we are.
Right.
That video was put
Compose
together by
ourselves.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff did
No.
the video.
Well
So-
done.
Yeah.
Thank you. with all the artwork provided by Monte Cook Games. So
Hey.
all that is Ptolus specific artwork. Some of it are hints to things, so that I threw in there. Ptolus, the city by the Spire. A city thousands of years old, built upon the foot of 3,000 tall spire that juts up from the sky. It casts its shadow upon the city daily. Most people that live in the city have learned to ignore it. Those new to the city cannot help but feel its oppressive nature. This city is constantly wet, constantly on the verge of raining. In fact, it's raining at this time right now. Blurg, he is handed his weapons and his kit, and a kindly priest looks down at him and says, "It's good. You have made it through the Brotherhood of Redemption. We thank you for all that you've done, you've taught to us, and for all that we have been able to share and teach you. Now is your time, Blurg, to go forth and show the people of Ptolus that kobolds can be just another citizen like anyone else. Thank you."
Yeah.
And good,
Yeah, of course.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for all your help. I don't know where. Do I just walk out the door and just see what happens? I mean, I don't know where to start.
the city is yours. And he puts his hands out. He's under an awning, and it's kind of drizzling and raining. And it's this particular part of the street is just almost a vertical incline. Right. It's really steep. People are kind of doing that little, walk down where you have to kind of lean far back and not trip on the water.
Right.
And, he's like, wherever you wish to go in the city. I hear perhaps the Delver's Square might be good for you. Someone of your skill who's lived in the underground caverns, perhaps as a guide. Who knows? Maybe you would like to open a pastry shop.
Oh, man.
Whatever
I
you
really
wish.
like sweets. Oh, I think I'll do both. But maybe one at a time. Just make sure I separate and I can focus my time. Because I don't want to, if you focus on too many goals, then you really accomplish none of them, right? So,
Absolutely.
I think that makes sense. And he'll kind of take out his large kind of golden bow, or actually it's more green, kind of glows this golden aura, and he just kind of twangs it a few times, just a little bit. Yeah,
Can you not call me out like that though?
Just saying, right?
Good.
Yeah, Devil Square sounds great. And new friendships and relationships to start, and then that's the beginning. And I'll come back and tell you all about it. Okay?
We cannot wait to hear it. Good
All right.
day. Wham! The door just kind of unceremoniously closes.
The hood of his coat just pops up.
And so there you are. You've been released from the Brotherhood of Redemption, where you as a kobold have been dropped off by this kindly paladin of Lothian named Kelrison, who had brought you there, who'd taken some kindness to you and thought, I see goodness in this creature that others don't, and brought you to this place where their sole mission is to redeem creatures, monstrous humanoids like yourself. And perhaps it's worked. Who knows? Only time will tell. And we jump a little bit. You have now traveled your way to Midtown, where Delver Square is. So for those of you on Roll20, if you would look on the map, you can see where Delver Square is. You stand outside of it. We'll move these other people away. They're not there. Go away. You stand in front of this bustling marketplace. It's probably one of the more flat areas of the city. Lots of buildings, and this seems to be where all of the adventurers kind of congregate, where most of the adventurers congregate in the city, because Ptolus is where you go to adventure, because in the rest of the world, adventuring is weird. Like, why would you leave your normal life that's safe? You make a good living, you have a nice family, to go and get killed by a grick or a flump or whatever. No, that's dumb. No one was going to do that. But there are those people that have that craziness in them. And for those people, they come to Ptolus and generally get their start in the square. And there you are, you're standing there. In the middle is a large statue of a knight. And behind him, you see a stairs down that head into the undermarket. There's a large tavern called the Ghostly Minstrel that most people congregate at. I can... which is right here. This being the statue. And there's other shops and things like that around. And you now stand outside the Ghostly Minstrel. Or sorry, at the square.
Yes, looking at the notice board. I have this large, it's almost like not cardboard, but it is like this like really large piece of parchment, like yellow parchment, and it is probably fairly damp from the rain. And I'm just kind of looking at all of the small like notices on the board, and I'm facing the board at this point. All right, just like we practiced. And I'll step foot in front of it, spin around, completely blocking it, and then just raise my sign up, and I'll say, don't worry about all the boring shit on the notice board. I have the most amazing mission. We're going to find my friend. There's a lot of money involved. And I'm actually it's a sponsored thing, and you can come up and talk to me anytime, so I can stop doing this because it's making me really nervous. So anytime would be great.
Because in the intervening time between being let go of the Brotherhood, released into the wild, perhaps is another.
You're fired.
Let go.
Blurg went to go find his friend, the Paladin, Kelrison, who was unable to find him. And people haven't been able to, people have heard of him. He's kind of a well-known figure in the area, but he's actually kind of gone missing for some time. When a figure in a grayish threadbare cloak and a hood came up to Blurg and said, I think I might know where your friend is, but I can't just give that information for free, you understand. I tell you what, if you do something for me, I can pay you some thrones and tell you where your friend is. You're just gonna have to find some people to help you.
And he almost jumps. And it's just like, business deal, right? Yeah, I'm totally. You're kind of going to need to walk me through the specifics. Is this a contractual situation? Yeah. I'm not really sure.
Absolutely, we'll deal with the specifics when time comes. Keep standing right here at this notice board, and try to find people for your group. Okay, and we'll meet at the Ghostly Minstrel and. I eat there most evenings, so come around 6 or 7 bell with your group, and when you're ready, and I will find you. How does that sound?
Okay, but you said most, so just to make sure, what is the fallback point? So, is there a particular day? Maybe you're just I'm really sick, and so you don't really go.
I will do my best. I promise.
Okay, deal. And he reaches out a hand to shake.
This elf, it's a shoal elf. So he has longish black hair. Part of it's pulled back into kind of ponytail, and, standard elf-looking character. But his clothing is kind of drab and shabby. It's grays, and any of the fringe is fraying. And he shakes your hand. Meanwhile, towards the nobles' quarter, there lounges a Latorian. He's in his little chateau that he's been, the family chateau, not quite on the main house, somewhere else in the nobles' quarter, when a servant steps up to me and goes, sir.
Yes, yes, Sebastian. What is it?
Yes, I have a letter from your grandfather, sir.
Oh, from Grandpapa.
Yes, sir. It is marked urgent. So, and he points over to the other letters that are unopened.
Oh, well, perhaps you'd best read it to me, Sebastian.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. He opens
Actually,
it up.
Sebastian,
Yes.
I think I'd prefer to listen to this letter with a nice bowl of grapes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So he holds a letter and claps, and some more servants come up, and they had it ready. They were in anticipation of your request.
Oh dear, these grapes seem to be unpeeled. Never mind, I will endure. I will endure. Read the letter, Sebastian, if you will.
Yes, sir. Oh my.
Yes.
Shall I paraphrase, sir? I'm not. The language is uncouth, if I may say.
Yes, give me the gist, if you would, Sebastian.
Yes.
That's what I often do when I'm doing a play. Just get the gist of it.
Yes.
Yes.
You are a please arrive at my manor post haste as soon as you receive this letter. We just did get it in today, sir. To get what is coming to you. Oh, that sounds good, sir.
Oh, perhaps I'm getting an advance on my inheritance.
Yes, well, maybe not.
Oh,
One can hope, sir.
Always keep the eye on the prize, Sebastian. Optimism is very attractive.
Yes, sir. We shall get your carriage and cloak, sir. It is raining out.
Oh, yes. And fetch my umbrella, if you would. And also the man who carries my umbrella and follows me around.
Yes, sir. So they do all this.
What is his name again?
Oh, Trevor, I think, sir.
Trevor, yes. Wasn't it Steve? Oh, no. We let Stephen go.
Yes, we did, sir.
Go. Very well. Have Trevor meet me. Bring a variety of cloaks for me to choose from.
Sir. So it's a buzz of all these servants. They get you to go, and you get in your carriage and ride down to over here to Lion's Claw Street. To this manor behind. If Ashley has the map, it's this manor over here, right on the edge of the foot of the spire. And
as we travel down Lion Claw Street, Heathcliff just sort of shakes his head to himself and goes, a little on the nose, I think. Oh, grandfather.
So they come in through the gates to an estate of a house of Abanar, specifically. It's a mercantile house. And here it's, while an estate, and most people see Heathcliff, they think of the flamboyancy and the pageantry. But this place seems much more almost utilitarian, very proper. Everything has its place, and it's not really well-to-do or done up, if you will.
Oh, well, and Heathcliff is just sort of idly speaking to the driver. Yeah, so drab. But Grandpapa is nothing if not Spartan.
Yes, he just seems to know what he wants, I suppose you could say.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And he is not shy about letting you know what that is.
No. So they come in, and everybody gets you into the meeting room. It's a small office. Same thing. There's not everything in there has a use. Nothing is in his office it's just for show. Large desk has various papers on it for, you've kind of seen these things growing up. Manifest for shipping equipment that's, all the things that's being shipped out of the harbor. He's got weights and books on sailing and all that kind of stuff. And you come in to this room. It's kind of dark. And there's this elder Latorian. This huge, thick, golden mane. He does have some scars down his face from when he was a young hunter back in his youth. And while his mass has come down over the years, he still has that sinewy, iron tight, forearms that you know that if he gets a hold of your hand or your wrist, you're not getting out of that grip.
For the benefit of everyone else, I guess I should describe Heathcliff.
Yeah.
Heathcliff, also a Latorian, so a humanoid lion. If one was familiar with Latorians, one could see a bit of a familial resemblance between him and his grandfather. They're both tall. His grandfather is quite a bit taller, though. Heathcliff is rather lean, slim, one might say, for a Latorian. Most noticeable, though, is that all of his fur has been dyed pink. And his mane a slightly darker hue, maybe tending a little towards purple. He is very richly dressed. He's wearing a very nice silk jacket. He's been very careful not to get any rain on it. He is still being trailed by Trevor, who is probably shaking out the umbrella. And wearing, he decided to go with his most plain cloak, because he knows his grandfather is a very practical fellow. His most plain cloak is very extravagant.
Sit, boy.
Oh, yes, of course, Grandpapa. I understand you wish to see me.
Sit. You leave. And he points at Sebastian, who just, yes, sir, yes. Well, I mean, it's that like a bolt.
Oh, and take Trevor with you, Sebastian.
Trevor, as soon as he probably saw your grandma, it's like, nope, I'm not. There's a legend of the anger that your grandfather can exude and just bust into. Sit.
Of course. Rather hard chairs you have here. Perhaps I could...
Quiet.
I know a cushion vendor in the district that... All right, go on.
It's clear, boy, that I've done wrong by you. I did wrong by your pa. But even he did worse by you. So by extension, I did bad. I see that.
Grant, is this about Bardic College? I graduated at the top of my class, I will have you know.
Bard. A bard! A bard! And he just like smashes the desk and it splinters a little bit. When I was your age, I was tussling with creatures that you would not even imagine. Have you heard of a bullet, huh?
A bullet?
Oh, I've hunted those things across the plains, boy. Fought them with my bare hands, I did. Now look at you.
Hmm. Yes, look at me, yeah.
I'm gonna fix this. You understand? I'm gonna fix this. Oh, I'm gonna fix it good.
Grandpapa, I'm not sure if you understand. There's nothing that needs fixing, for nothing is broken.
You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn good. And he takes out this package and he tosses down from you. It has a heavy thunk. And it slides across the table. He's like, you know how I got my fortune.
Oh, yes, you do go on about it. Delving, I believe. That's what allowed you to make your stake and allowed you to grow such a vast fortune. Speaking of vast fortunes, I assume we're here to speak about my inheritance?
He just this big, toothy grin. Oh, yes, you'll get your inheritance.
Oh, I am glad to hear it, because yes. I've been running up some very, very steep expenses.
Oh, I know.
The overhead for maintaining the sort of lifestyle.
You're cut off, boy. You're cut off until you spend 5 years in the dungeon. You spend 5 years in the dungeon and bring me back some good artifact. Then you'll get it back. Oh, you heard right, boy.
But Grandpapa, I'm not a delver. Certainly, I don't need to cast aspersions upon that noble profession, but clearly I'm not cut out for such a life. I'm an entertainer.
You can entertain a bunch of other delvers out in the dungeon. Put your skills to good use, boy.
What, you want me to perform on the road? That would make me no better than a busker.
More than a busker you are.
Oh,
Do you want that inheritance?
That was so hurtful. What? Yes, of course.
5 years.
Of course.
5 years in the dungeon and bring me back something good. He points down at the package.
I do have a number. I have a number of bookings already that I'll need to attend. All right, I'll see. What's this? 50 feet of rope, a 10-foot pole, a flask of oil. It's all in a leather backpack.
Now I can't. No one can say I'm a cruel father or grandfather. I did set you up with something nice. And inside that is a Delver's Guild badge of a Grand Master. I mean, the highest rank that you could possibly be.
Oh, well, I do like badges.
Yes. So you can't say I didn't give you nothing. I didn't give you a leg up.
Wait, no, grandfather, I'm sorry. I just like a little clarification, if you don't mind. You intend that I work as a delver for 5 years, was it?
5. And if you haven't learned from then, you're lost to me. Now, get to the square, meet your cousin Raster, and get hooked up. Leave my sight.
Yes, of course. Of course, I will undertake this noble endeavor. And you will see, grandfather, you will see. I'm actually going to try would it be a persuasion or a performance roll?
I would think for your grandfather, persuasion. I don't. Okay. I think performative. He can see through a performance, if you will. It's going to be.
And I shall prove to you, grandfather, that yes, bards are more than capable of pulling their weight, as you are so fond of saying. I will undertake this challenge, and what is more, you will see that the lute is as mighty as the sword, if not mightier. And if one had some sort of writing utensil, that would probably also be mightier than a sword. I'm just trying to I'll make the persuasion.
28!
28 persuasion. But of course, I am going to need some startup money.
It's in the bag.
Oh, yes, but with the 28, certainly a little more could possibly be. I have some expenses, debts that must be paid. You never like people to have debts.
He reaches. He actually does seem moved. He actually was like, okay, maybe you've persuaded him that he's done something right by you. Right? That he's like, okay, I'm getting to him. He's gonna do this. And he reaches in and pulls out 5 dragons, platinum pieces.
Thank you.
Throws those down.
Thank you, grandfather. I'll report back to you after my initial excursions into the dungeon below the city, which I have never been to, but I'm sure is a lovely place.
5 years, boy. And he turns around.
I assume I can come back up at certain points, to sleep and get food.
He doesn't answer.
I'm going to take that as a yes. Goodbye, Grandpapa.
Our camera turns over to the Temple District. And there, one of the churches of Lothian. We find a cleric, a half-elf cleric, sitting with one of her priests. Thank you, Samira, for taking my summons. Please do sit. Have some cheese, if you will.
Oh, cheese! I do love cheese. What is? Before I even begin, I'm going to enjoy the cheese. I can only imagine that you have called me here for something terrible, so I'm going to have something wonderful before I have the bad news. Cheese before bad news, I say.
He chuckles at that. Cheese before bad news. He's like, no, actually, it's something of concern of ours. Are you familiar with our brother Kelrescent?
Yes.
Yes, Brother Kelrescent, he has not checked in some time, and we know he has flights of fancy, likes to see shadows where maybe they do not lie, and he runs off to save someone and gets in trouble, but normally he surfaces, within a few days, but he's been gone long enough and not checked in that we have become concerned for his safety. Would you, I hate to ask this because I know you have your own duties. Would you be able to go and seek him out?
Seek him out in the dungeons?
Well, you're very astute. That's potentially where he may be. He often does go help other adventurers, those delvers. So he may be lost down there. We don't know, but it's a good place to start, if you don't mind.
Well, Brother Neferal,
yes,
I suppose I didn't have anything pressing.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you so much. Here's a small stipend, and he gives you a cache of 4 minor healing potions, some rations, some rope. He's like, I'm not quite sure what all you need down in the dungeon. I've never been myself, but hopefully these will be of some help to you. Do you have any questions for me that I may be able to answer?
Yes. Am I going? Is there anyone else going with me, or will I have to join a group? Or
potentially may have to find somebody to join with, or ask people for help. First, we're on a fact-finding mission. If you can perhaps just hear rumors, find out where he may be, that would be the most useful. You may find him for all we know, and none of this will be necessary. You can bring back the potions, the rope, and we can all just pretend this didn't happen.
Right. Okay. So first of all, you know what I do. I don't ask people for help. People ask me for help.
Samira, child, you know that sometimes, as Lothian says, and the prayer chants 934 of the Holy Book, sometimes we must put aside our strengths and embrace our weaknesses.
See, she struggles with this for a minute and takes another piece of cheese and a grape. And fine.
Thank you. Thank you, child. Please feel free to check in whenever you wish. And if you find anything else, please come back to the temple and let us know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So he's essentially given me 4 regular potions of healing, some rope, and like 3 pittons.
Yeah, some rations. And there's only about 10 shields or silver in there. It's what the Holy Order can spare, child. Oof.
Yeah, she's very she has no control over her face, so she's looking through, she's looking in this bag, and she sees the rope and the rations, and then she sees the bag of coin, and she absolutely rolls her eyes.
He pretends not to notice.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. Thank you, child. And we shift over to Samira, now standing at the square. Ah, here we go. Our camera pans over to outside the necropolis. The necropolis of Ptolus is a very unique place. It's open during the day. Anybody can go in and pay respects to their loved ones. But at night, it is sealed off as the undead do rise and walk the streets. There is a wall there to help protect the city, generally manned by the keepers of the Veil. It is rumored that somewhere inside the necropolis is also demons, devils, vampires, and mummies, and all sorts of things. And we see a young tiefling standing there at the doorway, having just left the necropolis, and learns a very surprising thing about her new home planet. She was brought here, but cannot return. She is locked, plainly, to this planet. Now she got some information and has learned that perhaps there is a way to return, and the only way that they think could potentially help her is start in the dungeon like everybody else. There are untold secrets down there. And as Callista stands there, a shadowed figure steps up behind her. Now you understand. Everything we told you, not many people realize or know. They're completely hooded. If you do find a way home, I know my master Ghul would love to find out. Consider yourself an emissary of the Dark Reliquary. Yes?
So you're telling me that if I find a way home, instead of going home, you want me to come all the way back here to tell you that I found a way home? That, I feel like I should just leave.
I would not think it wise to anger my master. He has a long memory and a long life.
Well,
remember, your slight will linger on in his mind forever. Is that something you wish to do?
I'm not too terribly worried. Typically, if you play with fire, you're going to get burned. I would tell your master to remember that.
I will share the message. Good day, madam. And best of luck to you.
Thank you.
The figure turns back.
Get out of here.
Figure turns back and heads on into the necropolis proper. And now we come back. Everyone is there at the Delver Square. We have a black kobold with a sign seeking help.
Anyone?
You all have now arrived and see this black kobold jumping up and down with a sign.
I'm not going anywhere. Everything behind me is really boring.
What does the sign say?
So the sign is very crude, like blackish looking marker, and like it is super waterlogged because of the rain, and it's it simply says, "Help me look for my friend Countersent," and it says, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jeffrey, 1,200 gold is in it for you.
Excuse me, are you the message board? Do I talk to you? Is this how this works?
Like you like there's like his eyes kind of roll back with like panic, like it's like someone like speaking to him. Today, yeah.
I seek adventure. I seek adventure.
Well, I must say, you've come to the right spot, and also, wow, you're really loud. And by loud, I mean this. And I must say, I really respect it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am also loud because I am trained in vocal projection.
Oh, well, that's just, I think that'll be helpful.
The secret is to speak from the diaphragm.
Like, okay, like this. Nope, I don't feel any difference.
How perfectly charming. Yes, I would like to sign up for whatever it is that you are engaging in.
Okay.
There's gold involved. I think that would satisfy certain parties. So yes, I would like to join up with your merry band. Is that what you call them? Merry bands?
I mean, we can. We haven't got that far in the negotiations, so we can certainly start there.
Excellent. And you are the dungeon captain? Is that how this works?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
DC Blurg for short.
Of course. Blurg, very nice to make your acquaintance. I am Heathcliff
nice to meet
Garfield. You. Heathcliff Garfield. Perhaps you've heard of my grandfather, Felix Garfield?
Nope.
Oh, he is close personal friends with the commissar, I'll have you know.
These are all new words for me.
Well, it's always good to learn new things. Very nice to meet you, Blurg.
Nice to meet you. Okay, well,
I assume we'll be able to bring our servants with us?
I mean, sure.
So there's a small cough from Sebastian behind you.
Oh, Sebastian, there you are.
Yes, sir. I must. This is very hard for me to say, but as you know, my employ was actually through your grandfather.
Sebastian.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir. Good day. Good luck.
Sebastian, I am wounded by this betrayal. I am honestly wounded by this.
Sorry, sir, but you understand.
All right, Sebastian.
I have a job to do, sir.
Then allow me to give you this one last order. Please see that the chateau is kept in good repair until my return. You know the routines.
Absolutely.
Make sure that deliveries are paid for and whatnot. And Sebastian, here is a dragon, Sebastian, for you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Your faithful service has been most appreciated.
I was instructed to do one more thing, sir. I apologize. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Please do not be angry with me. I must take the family insignia ring, and he holds out his hand, and your House Abanar family signet ring.
Yes, of course, Sebastian. Yes, I'm going to try sleight of hand to pass him another ring.
Yes, absolutely.
Pulls out like a little silk bag. I'll just put it in here for you. There you are. And we'll tie that up, and there we are. 20.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like ruby ring, boom.
I like that ring.
Yeah,
but it wasn't the signet. Yes, no, of course, Sebastian. I understand you're only following the instructions of Grandpapa. Yes. So, yes, I will be popping back into the chateau on occasion, if only to rejuvenate myself after this horrible delving.
Yes, in 5 years is what you mean. Popping into the chateau after 5 years.
Just see that the chateau is maintained.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Good day, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Yes.
He does seem genuinely contrite and sorry, and
I know he is. Sebastian and I go way back.
And they get, and he dabs with his handkerchief as they cart away.
Hi, betrayal guy.
Oh, well. All right, so I'd like to rescind my previous question about servants. Is it, I assume we have some bodyguards or something to go down with?
Well, not yet. I mean, we can get into the tour in a little bit, but we're gonna, if you guys just sitting right here, and actually, you know what you could do? Hold this, and he'll hand you the sign.
Oh,
Yep, and just yeah. What's up?
I have a better idea here. If you can hold that, and he pulls a lute off his back.
Oh my God!
As much as I disdain busking, this might actually draw some more attention.
Okay.
And he'll be begin doing just some instrumental strumming. But you're going to have to be the hype man. So spin that sign and make a pitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. They can't really read it if it's upside down, but maybe it'll make them want to read it more.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not like a side spinning thing, but he's just
just all right. We've got me and the big pink lion guy, so there are only a few more spots left to go. Wow, this is going so well.
Heathcliff will try a performance roll to try to draw attention. Only a 12. He rolled a 3. He's got a good bonus, but he rolled a 3. So it's like, well, I'm not really getting this here. It's this is adequate.
It's more that it's not so much that your performance is actually bad. Your performance isn't right for this environment.
Yeah, he's playing some chamber music right now.
Yeah, it's just completely drowned out by all the people. Because when I say adventurers, I mean everybody's there in their gear, in their packs. People are planning. They're got their maps out. They're trying to decide, when to leave. People are coming up and down those steps to get into the Undercity Market, in and out of Rasters and the Bull and Bear and all these things. And people just aren't ready for that kind of entertainment right now.
Let me try a different tack. He pulls out his viol and just starts doing like something catchy, sort of a jig or something like that.
Where did that come from?
Oh, it's from my supply of instruments. I'm a bard. I'm not sure if I'm sure you probably mistook me for some sort of rough and tumble barbarian, but yes, I am actually.
He's just nodding like vigorously.
So of course, at this point, Samira and Calissa, you guys see the Ptolus, it has weird sights. Like, it's not unusual in Ptolus to see a wizard on a flying carpet go by, to see dragons just lazily flying about over the city, or walk around a corner and a web spell has gone off and you got to take a different side street. It's just like, and ogres, that are part of some kind of house or paid mercenaries and that kind of thing, to be walking through the city. But a black kobold and a pink lion is definitely the weirdest thing that has ever happened in this city. Most likely.
Samira has been kind of standing off to the side. She notices the kobold sign, and as he's begun turning it, like, her head turns by like degrees as it spins to make sure that she's reading it correctly. And
I imagine, is it spelled correctly, Blurg?
Oh, absolutely not. There's some Z's where some S's are.
The R is backwards.
Oh, you better believe it.
Absolutely.
No doubt. There's probably some draconic in there by accident.
So once this conversation seems to have settled down, because she obviously is interested, but like, if things go south, she'll find somebody else to look for Calorissa. But once the viol playing has begun and the sign spinning has begun, and she approaches, and what you two see is this like almost 6 foot tall, dark-skinned frohawk woman with a shield on her right arm, and hand axes in her belt, and a kind of waterlogged white tabard with blue outline. She approaches you and she looks down at you, Blurg, and she says, "I'm sorry, does your sign say Caloricent?
He kind of like stops and he just looks.
I tried. But you picked it up, you connected the dots, so I guess it worked.
Commendable. Why are you looking for Caloricent?
He's my best friend.
Does that sound right?
Caloricent is of a good, like, he's not dumb paladin, but he's a very kind and thoughtful soul. You know,
He's a himbo. He's a himbo.
Yeah. You know, he runs off to, like the guy said, he hears a rumor of some evil doing, and he's rushing into it to find out. And he's actually unearthed a few plots here and there. It's not that he's bad at it and everything's a mistake. It's just it's all hit or miss.
He's a himbo with no impulse control.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So
him befriending a kobold or trying to rescue a kobold is not out of the
so there's an expression that crosses her face as she thinks, would Caloricent have a kobold for a best friend? Likely? I'll go with it. All right. Your sign's a bit waterlogged. What's give me the pitch.
Oh yeah, well, we're gonna go see if we can find him. And there's some gold in it. Was it dragons? Sorry, I always forget the actual name.
Yeah. So currency in Ptolus,
Yep.
dragons is platinum.
Dragon.
Thrones are gold.
Thrones.
Shields are silver, sometimes called shinies. And your copper are pennies or bobs or jacks.
As you do.
Yeah.
Cool. So there's some like lots of thrones. And also we're gonna go after we get maybe like one more just to kind of make sure we have a good success criteria. Then we're gonna head to the Ghostly Minstrel and meet with my second friend.
Oh, okay. How many friends do you have?
2.
All right.
But perhaps if things go well, and he just like opens up.
All right. Well, as it happens, I also am looking for Caloricent.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. That's great.
So I suppose, are you? And then she'll turn to this majestic pink lion playing a viol. Are you also looking for Caloricent?
I suppose I am now. Are you part of our adventuring squadron? Is that what it's called?
Didn't you just have another name for it?
Oh yes, but I haven't landed on the right one. It seems. What is it? An adventuring team gaggle group. No,
Gaggle's a new word.
We need something that sounds more festive. An adventuring, like more celebratory. An adventuring
Party?
Party. Yes.
How about an adventuring door? As this guy pushes past you guys to get to the billboard, the notice board that you're all blocking.
Excuse me, you need to decline my mission first. It's the only way that you'll be able to see the rest of the boring stuff. The cats that you have to go find.
It's declined, lizard. As he pushes, kind of takes a foot and like pushes you away.
I say that's frightfully rude.
Can Callista walk up at this point?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you
Okay. Callista will be walking by and she will see this dude just like starting to like bully this kobold. And she'll catch a look at the sign, and I assume somewhere on there is the word dungeons or something along those lines. Did you say there was a word in Draconic?
Oh, on my sign?
Yeah.
Just he couldn't figure out the translation, so he just went with it.
What word is in Draconic?
It's actually just dungeon.
Okay. Perfect. That works out. She will see this whole situation happening, and she will clock the sign and see dungeon written in Draconic, and she will be like, "Is this man bothering you?"
No, I'm fine.
Oh,
The
no.
guy's looking at the
Oh
board.
no. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to this lovely kobold that you're being a total ass to.
Yeah.
It's a kobold.
Yeah? And?
How'd you even get up here?
I walked. Consider me bothered.
Oh, you know, he just kind of goes back to ignoring you guys. He just kind of chubby looking dude where his armor doesn't quite fit anymore. What white clothing he had is now mud stained and just drab, but he's got a shield on his back and a chipped long sword. And he's just kind of going across.
What a thoroughly unpleasant fellow. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I think this dear fellow needs to go for a run. And yes, you seem to have outgrown your armor.
Hey, watch it.
That was
that's-
disgusting.
No.
And
Terribly gauche. Terribly gauche.
she will
It's like looking at all of you like, what is happening right now?
she will flick her wrist, and she will be like, "You should leave." And she is going to cast Firebolt on him and set his pant leg on fire to
So
make him run away.
Yeah.
Let's
Love
go.
Let's do it.
you're so new to the city, I'm not going to tell you. Okay.
It's happening.
Let the games
Fireball.
begin.
Yeah.
Chaotic Tiefling.
Chaotic Tiefling.
Chaotic Tiefling. Love it.
Oh.
A 12 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. It misses.
Okay.
It bounces across the ground. And it's, that steam as it's hitting the water. People freak out, and you just hear, "Fire! Fire! Call the brigade!"
And Callisto will
The rest
turn,
of-
see this happening, and she'll be like, "It's okay, it's part of the show." And she will cast Control Flames and
Okay.
Cool. Put it out.
Okay.
Heathcliff immediately just starts like scoring it as if this was all like,
Part of the-
yes, all part of the show, all part of the show. Put down a hat. Put down a hat.
Can I use thaumaturgy to like little fireworks just
Absolutely.
to add to the effect?
Yeah. So I want a deception from both Heathcliff and
Callisto?
Callisto.
Okay.
Yes. So for the sake, Samira and Heathcliff both know fire spells are illegal in the city.
That
Well,
tracks
just
for this
just an
character.
illusion, everyone. Just an
Yeah.
illusion. No actual fire.
So an instant fire just is like oh no, because this place potentially could go up very quickly.
I got a 15 on my deception.
15. All right. So while we're waiting, Ptolus is packed, especially in Midtown. It's packed on top of each other, and it's like a San Francisco, those houses where you might have a street that's at an angle and the houses are right next to each other, but they may have like 6 or 7 feet difference in height from each other. So some leaning on next to each other because they're so old. So fire, very bad. Callista does okay in her deception. But sorry, I'm thinking about the fire.
you're fine.
Jeez. I just see how sideways go. Heathcliff, you cover it. You got it. Most people are like, oh, you hear a few like, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Doesn't it
nice.
look realistic? Yes, our trained illusionist. Yes. And of course, we do appreciate coin.
Nobody Nobody has.
I knew the best way to get people to ignore us was to pretend to busk.
That was a great idea.
Yeah. You'd think if it weren't for Callista's attempt at helping the deception, you may have actually gotten some coin, but it kind of brought the performance down a little.
It's all good.
There's a face journey Samira is going on as soon as the firebolt goes, and it's like she's watching it because it's raining, but magical fire, and then this whole thing, like Samira has probably taken about 5 steps back at this point. Like, I'm not with them.
And actually, just to try to head off any trouble, Heathcliff, as he finishes, he's sort of laughing and he shakes hands with the rude guy and presses a silver into his palm. Thank you so much for being a good sport and being part of the show. All right. See you. Goodbye.
And I just like start nervously clapping. Like it's like not in. It's like completely like off tune.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes it. He now seems really confused all of a sudden, and walks away confused with his shield. He's like, "Oh, okay."
I'll as he leaves, I'll just kind of yell back at him, "We're gonna be friends one day."
He doesn't seem to pay attention. He's just like, "What is happening?" Like he's still looking at his palm and with the money and got paid to what? Yeah.
And I'll point to Callista, like very rudely, like Phoenix Wright objection, and I'll just be like, "You're hired."
Oh, wonderful! Because I was actually going to ask you about you're going to the dungeon.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think later.
Can we go now?
Well, first we have to meet with my with friend 2. And get all the rest of the details. His name is Fane Alar. I don't actually know if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm just gonna go with it. And then maybe I'm getting hungry, so maybe we'll get some food.
That's fair.
It's about time.
Place
for
sucks,
dinner.
and I would like to go home.
Oh, is your home? Is your home in the dungeon too?
No. I am
confused.
I have been told that if I go to the dungeon, then I can find a way home.
Oh.
I am not from here.
Okay.
Where is home?
Not here. And I am trapped here. And I don't like it.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find that Ptolus has many splendors and wonders that you would... No, we'll get you home. We'll try to get you home.
The city and I already don't get along. You just saw that.
Yes. I did notice that.
Samira moves back into frame and says, "You all are going to die."
No, we're not.
Like, not right now. Not right now. Like, it's not what I meant. No, it's not what I meant.
Later.
Not right now. I mean, you could.
Oh, okay. Oh, later. Okay. Well, considering if we're going, under the city, that is a very real possibility. But
exactly. So that's why you, Cobalt. What's your name?
DC Blurg.
Your name is Blur.
DC.
Yes,
Yep.
And I am Heathcliff Garfield. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And you are pink. Okay.
I am. It's just an affectation, not natural. But in my opinion, affectation is the highest form of expression.
I'm not judging you by any means. Obviously, we are going to be a very conspicuous group.
Are we?
She looks down at herself, who has gold skin and purple hair, and sets things on fire, and then looks at the kobold, and then the pink lion.
Tieflings are fairly rare. Kobolds, especially. Kobolds they're actually from elsewhere in the world, especially black kobolds. Like, finding one in the city is pretty unique.
But yes, you all are going to die without healing, which fortunately happens to be what I can do.
Ooh, you're a cleric, are you?
I am.
Oh, yes. Well,
so it looks like for the moment we are in cahoots.
Well,
We are acquainted.
I like being in cahoots.
Yes.
Cahoots are fun.
Yes. They're good things to be in. What are your names?
Oh, I'm Samira.
Samira. Lovely. And
I'm Callista.
Callista. And may I say, your hair is immaculate. I love it.
Thank you.
I was just about to compliment both of their hairs at the same time. So I'm glad you got one. So now, it points to Samir, your hair is also awesome.
Yes,
Thank
your
you.
hair is very lovely.
I concur.
This is too many compliments. Let's go to the ghostly minstrel.
I would like. I'm not going to move on before someone compliments my hair.
But but it's like, you're just amazing. Like all of you.
Well, thank you. And you don't seem to have hair, but I like your scales.
I think that's why I like it so much, because it's like not something that I have, and so like I get like I have like it's like a contact like love.
Blurred,
That's a strong word for it.
Blurred,
Yeah.
I know you don't have
Yeah.
hair, but I like your energy.
Thanks.
And
Thanks.
you play the viol quite well.
Oh, you're too kind. That was not my best work. I'll say that right now.
Oh,
But
well.
I'm glad to see that we are a mutual admiration society. I think that's getting things off on the good foot.
Oh my God, is that the name now?
What?
Mutual Admiration Society.
Oh,
Is that the party name?
Is that?
I think you did it.
We
I
are
think you did it.
The Mutual
are.
Admiration Society.
I think we did it. You did
Yes.
it. And like he's gonna like jump. He's gonna like jump, try to jump high five me.
I'm dead. I'm leaving. We can't top this. Okay, good night. Like,
Roll credits.
roll credits. This is amazing. The mutual.
Welcome to Mass.
Oh my God. Yes,
Welcome to
welcome to Mass.
Oh my
awesome.
God.
All right, you have a bit of time before it is around the 6 to 7
For the dinners.
for the dinners.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything in the Delaware Square you would like to do, or y'all can just go and start your own dinner and wait for your contact.
Are you all appropriately fitted for the dungeons? You need weapons, armor.
I have a
I'm
10-foot pole. What do we use 10-foot poles for?
Do
by
you
the way?
know how to use the 10-foot pole?
Reaching things that are 10 feet away, I would suppose.
Oh, I assumed it was for things that I wouldn't touch.
That's.
I'm so
I wouldn't
happy you
touch
made
that
that
with a
joke because I was
10-foot
trying to
pole,
figure
but-
out a way to work it in there.
Oh my God.
For the record,
Oh,
this is
Lord.
collapsible. This is collapsible. My
Oh,
grandfather
that's
gave me
really neat.
my grandfather gave me an old school one, and I traded it in because it's completely impractical.
Oh, well, then you can stand closer than 10 feet to someone and uncollapse it and just hit them with it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I do have I have
or-
a sword. I have a sword.
Oh, a sword. I have a sword too.
The
And
only
he pulls out a rapier.
the only thing he didn't supply you with is armor.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I have some. You see, what I'm currently wearing is actually enchanted. It's glamoured, so that it may appear as any number of tasteful and fashionable outfits.
Well,
It was a
no.
graduation present.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Hmm.
All right. So you guys head into the minstrel then.
Indeed.
All right. So you guys head up to the minstrel. So you should see, if my understanding is correctly, a image of the building now in roll 20.
Question:
City.
in Heathcliff's experience, does this place have a reputation as of a good place to eat? Like he would know the eating establishments and drinking establishments.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sort of renowned.
Yes.
Oh yes,
It's pretty
here we
good.
go.
It's good. It's pretty good food. Yeah.
Yes, they have some lovely tapas and appetizers here. I think you'll enjoy. Enjoy.
So you approach this 3-story building. It's just kind of a rectangular shape, but it is a bustle. People coming and going in and out. Of course, again, all sorts of different delvers. So as you enter in, it's a bustled activity, and there's delvers of all membership levels that come and go. You actually look over and you see a party, and they're poring over a map. Its corners are held down by heavy climbing pittons. And a booth towards your right, you see these pair of twins. One's wearing monk's robes, the other's wearing wizard robes, but they're both wearing like black top hats. And they seem to be in like this rapt conversation with this redheaded woman whose left arm is made of a red gemstone. Another woman sits to her right, has a long sword that she's got, great sword that's propped up next to her. A couple other compatriots are half elf, half orc that actually have familial resemblance to each other. And finally, this one human leans back, doesn't have a care in the world. He's got a dragon in his hands and he's just kind of flipping it through his fingers. But they're all kind of listening and talking. But as your kind of attention's on them, it's immediately torn away by this loud laughter followed by this booming voice. And you see an ogre mage standing amongst this group of people. And let me... This character... I can't show him because he's he's this ogre mage with these ion stones that float around his head, and he's got a glaive propped up near him.
Oh wait, he was in the intro video.
He was in the intro video.
Hey, I like that art. Okay.
Yeah. So he's got this small crowd around him, and he's got one foot up on the table, and he's swinging about this cast iron skillet, and he's like, "Now, as it was my turn to cook breakfast, my compatriots were all still sleeping, and I found myself separated from my glaive. I had no choice but to face down these gricks with their snapping, clawing jaws with nothing more than my flint and steel and my superior intellect." And he goes on to tell this like crazy story about how he fought these gricks single-handedly with nothing but flint and steel, and shooting flames in their eyes, and how it distracted them. And the crowd is just kind of like taking it all in. It could be bogus. Some parts sound maybe real. You can take checks if you wish.
Yeah, I'll.
I'm too enthused.
As a player, I detect a note of mistruth in his story because
Indeed.
I don't think gricks have eyes. So, but I'm going to see if Heathcliff figures that out. What would you like me to make? Nature or Arcana?
Insight.
Insight.
It'll be fine. And for those at home playing along, we are doing success in failure. So that means if you come within 2 of the DC, you actually will still succeed at the task at hand, but some complication may arise from that for most skills.
I rolled an 18 on my insight roll.
18. Yeah, he's full of crap. He probably fought gricks. Like, that was actually an honest thing. But he probably used his glaive, But
from Heathcliff's perspective, it's sort of like, well, who cares about the truth? What a story! It's the story that matters. Yes. So he's admiring this. He doesn't draw attention to this.
It's phenomenal. So he's telling that story, and that's the minstrel. Just there's some music playing. Everybody's having a good time. There is There is a redheaded woman who sitting at the front counter, ready to take your reddish brown hair front desk, and she waves you in. She's like, how may I help you? How many in your party?
There's 4 of us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we'd like a booth if possible, a nice booth.
Yes, absolutely.
And she'll look down at Blurg and say, who is your friend, and you said they'd be waiting for us here?
Yeah, I was just about to ask, is do we have like reservations at a certain time?
No, he just said if you don't see him, eventually he'll show up. And
got it.
So yeah, it's like, no, we can just we'll get a table of for 5, and if you can he'll. I'm assuming is it pronounced he? I don't actually know.
Yeah, Fane. Yes, Fane.
Yep.
You
cool.
had it right.
Yep, cool. And if this guy Fane Alar comes in, he's my second friend, and he will just be over there. Is that okay?
Absolutely, that's fine. She gives a broad smile.
Yes.
And you guys had passed this kind of this kind of a larger, gruff dude. Looks like the bouncer type. And he just has a cudgel, but for the most part, I mean, everybody's armed there. It seems like he's not too scared of anything that may happen. And you guys are led through. She sits you guys down and gives each of you guys a menu. How do I put this in everybody's journal? All players. Save changes and show players.
Whoa!
There you go. So there you are. You have a menu.
A menu.
Yeah.
I love it.
Whoa!
So there is a full menu if you want to. I'll go ahead.
Yeah, this sounds really good.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I do hope you'll allow me to pick up the tab.
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. My grandfather is obscenely well. And then he realizes he's been cut off. Well, a bargain's a bargain. Yes, go ahead. Go on.
Okay. Does everyone know what they want?
Yes, I get the same thing every time I come to the minstrel.
Oh, really? What's that?
I get the game hen with the rosemary bread stuffing, served with turnips and greens, with extra greens.
It's very good.
Oh.
It's very good. I'll have the roast mutton chops, if you don't mind. In the tomato basil sauce, served with roasted garlic potatoes.
Your server's like,
or potatoes, as I call them.
server's like, very good choice. You.
Can I get the sausage links?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I wasn't done.
Sorry. You're
It's
small.
okay.
I figured you didn't eat much.
It's quite the opposite. And I kind of want the honey bun too.
Yeah, honey bun. You. Pointed to Callista. What you want?
I think I will have the beef and vegetable pastries.
Sounds good. All right, beef and vegetables. All right, yeah.
Oh, and a bottle of, a reasonably priced red for the table.
You got it. All right, and he takes your order and takes off. So, y'all are eating. No, eventually food comes by. Tastes very good. There's a performer that gets up at some point, and you're kind of watching this bard play some fun, jaunty music when your Fane comes in. You guys are kind of enraptured a little, not enraptured, but your attention's on this when this shoal elf, and a shoal elf would be your typical kind of D&D elf, but they've got black hair, fair skin. But his clothes are pretty drabby, but he's got a pack with him, and he sits down. He's like, "Oh, I see you've upheld, or you found your group. Good.
Yeah."
Good." He kind of looks over all of you. He's like, "I should do all right, I suppose." Fane.
A pleasure, Heathcliff Garfield.
Samira.
He hears that name and he goes, Abenar.
Yes, House Abenar, my grandfather. Perhaps you've heard of Felix Garfield?
Oh, yeah.
Close personal friends with the commissar.
I didn't know, but that's good. Yeah. I'm sorry. You were saying?
I'm Samira.
Samira. He kind of looks over, sees the Ankh of Lothian, takes note of that, and he's like, "And you?"
Oh, I'm Callista.
Callista. I just like to get to know people, Again, Fane. So, this is...
Turns
back to Blur.
We are the Mutual Admiration Society.
Hmm.
That's great. you've already named. Hey, I'm proud of anybody that's got a group name. That it's solidarity.
It just
right?
sort of happened.
Oh yes, it was completely organic. It was meant to be.
Oh, good. Well, has Blurg filled you in on what I'm asking?
Yes, it seems, at least in my respects, I am also looking for Caloricent.
Fantastic.
So, mutual.
I guess the gods smiled down upon
goals.
you. Yeah.
Do I get like when he looked at my holy symbol? Like, do I get the impression that he is one to kind of like turn his nose at Lothian or any religion in particular?
Let's see. Your perception's high enough that there's almost a slight disdain. Well, it's like whether or not it's outright hatred or just not his style. You're not quite certain. But yeah. He's like, but did Blurg fill you in on what I'm asking?
Yeah.
No.
Perfect. That's all I wanted.
Are you familiar with so you're all familiar with the dungeon, you're all delvers, yes, delvers, all of you.
Oh yes, I'm a Grand Master.
Oh,
You're what?
He
Grand
leans
Master.
back. He's like, well, Blurg, you did good for yourself. You guys will be fine if you have a Grandmaster. He's been at this for some time. 3 years at least.
This would be my first day.
I don't. He starts calculating. He's like, that can't be right. Did you steal that from someone?
I did not. I was given it by my grandpa. Fair and square.
Oh no.
Fair and square.
Oh. Am I the only one amongst us who's done a delve?
No, I've done some.
There's nothing wrong with nepotism in principle.
I've never adventured here. But I'm also not completely useless.
Well, all right. Here's the deal. Down in the dungeon, I've come to know of a location of one of the famed bluesteel doors. Are you familiar with what those are?
No.
No. A bluesteel door is one of the more unique parts of the dungeon. Potentially one of Ghul's labs are behind it. Generally we need some kind of special password to get in. I happen to have the password, which I will give to you. I'll give you the location of the bluesteel door. I just need you to go in there and procure for me just a small, itsy-bitsy bit of raw chaos from a pit of insanity.
Oh, that's all.
Callista, I mean, not Callista, that's you. Samira puts her fork down. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, just I have a good lead that this is where a pit of insanity is, and I just need a bit of chaos, raw chaos from it. Just a pluck.
Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that? Asks Heathcliff as he takes a drink.
Yeah. So I need a bit of chaos from a pit of insanity.
His spit take all of it. A bit of chaos from a pit of insanity. What do you take us for?
Delvers, I thought.
Oh well, I suppose
it's a bluesteel door. Look, anything beyond that door, you can keep. Plus the 1,200. In return, I will give you the information I have of Caloricent.
Yeah.
The money. I think this is a good deal.
Yes, it is a good deal. Would there be relics behind that door?
I was going to say, actually, probably as you start thinking about it, bluesteel doors, that's where you would find crazy stuff. Because these are where Ghul, who is one of these ancient evil beings who him and his squirming horde are responsible for the dungeon even existing. They just have all these crazy caches of artifacts and magical equipment, and most of it's been plundered, over the decades and years because of the Delvers Guild. But there's still some stuff there that could potentially fulfill what you're grandfather said.
Okay. So yeah, you just sort of see Heathcliff consider, and then you see like the images in his head of just like opening a steel door, finding something very easily, giving it to his grandfather. They embrace, and then he's back on his couch eating grapes, and he's like,
Right.
"Yes, yes, that sounds perfect."
Yeah, perfectly animated. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. He's like, oh, great, perfect.
Oh man, I was getting nervous there. It felt like this whole discussion was going like way south for a minute. I was getting a little worried.
So, to me, this seems like fate. Y'all don't know, because I'm not from here. But where I'm from, I am sometimes referred to as the Chaotic Tiefling, so this is perfect. We have to go get chaos. That's what I do.
Great. So we're all agreed. You're all willing to do this then.
Yeah.
It looks to each of you.
Yeah. And then we'll find Calreston after that?
Yes, I'll tell you where the information. I'll give you the information I have about Calrescent.
But can you give us like a hint? Like a little hint? Like an appetizer?
You almost got me. No.
Oh.
But here.
Oh.
He pulls out this bag and he sets it before you guys. He's like, and you'll need this to collect the chaos. Don't touch it yourselves. I would suggest standing back as far as between 10 to 15 feet from the pit of insanity when you come across it, and use this device to collect it.
So as dungeon coach, I nominate Callista to hold that thingy.
Okay.
Is that what the DC stands for?
Yep.
Okay.
Right. Well, this is a Siphon Rod, and you can grab it. And he hands over the rest of the information. Where the blue steel door is, he says, here's this sheet of paper. It has the pass key, the phrase that you'll need to speak in front of the door. It's in Draconic, I think.
And
that's even more perfect.
Does he brief us on how to use this device?
Yeah, he's like, don't pull it out now, but just in front of all these people. But it's a longish rod. Just on the end of it kind of cranks. So just crank it once, point it at the pit, crank it once, and it will do the rest.
All right. Well, it seems perfectly easy to me. I don't know why everyone makes such a fuss.
Good. Then we're all in agreement. To the dungeon.
Yep.
Best of luck. And there we will take our 15-minute break, and when we come back, we will be in front of a blue steel door.
Oh, this is so good.
I'm so excited about this.
My expectations were so high, and we're like away. We're in a different universe.
Just wait.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
So
are we on break?
No, we haven't gone yet.
Okay.
Can we just appreciate that Jeff was in the campaign where my character debuted and knows what she's about. Allowed me to play this character, but didn't tell me that fire spells were illegal in the city.
Love it. Oh,
why am I going to tell you?
Jeff.
Why am I going to tell you things your character wouldn't know?
I know. It works out.
That's fair.
But, you know.
Tracks.
But anyway.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
All right. So, like Jeff said, about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll try to be quick because I don't know how over we're allowed to go, but we'll see.
All right. Sounds good.
We should not turn off our camera. That's right.
No, don't turn off your camera. But we will see everyone in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up? Welcome back. Hope you enjoy your break. You got some water, got some snacks, and you're ready to watch
I didn't get
these wonderful group of people try to get through this dungeon.
Whatever this chaos is going to be.
Yeah, the Mutual
More.
Admiration Society. So
the Mass Effect.
the Mass Effect.
Oh, that, yeah,
The Mass
There it
Effect.
is.
Yes.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
So you all get together whatever equipment you need. So we're just going to assume going forward in this next part of the dungeon, if you're like, oh, I needed this item, you have bought it.
Cool.
Going forward. You travel through the dungeon. Now the dungeon can be kind of typical. It can be part of the sewers. So that's actually first you guys go in through this sewer entrance. That first then turns into kind of that hewn rock formation. Then at one point, as it's sloping up, you come into through the basement, potentially of somebody's house, and then back out of it. And you start spiraling down, and you go through various caverns and openings and parts that actually turn into works like not temples, but yeah, you probably come across maybe a temple dedicated to some unknown deity or god at some point. But eventually you come to this blue steel door. It is flat at the bottom, arched along the top. It has these vile etchings just carved all throughout it. This weird kind of epitaphs. It's cold to the touch. And here you are, just standing in front of it.
Oh, it's literally a blue steel door.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it has no door. It has no door handle. It has no hinges that you can see. It's just like a door. But you push on it. There's no way to pull on it. Can't lift it up.
Callista.
I was gonna say, I believe you have the pass key.
Oh, yes. That's
Bane.
correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry, you just had this kind of like look in your eye that said that you wanted to do something else to the door that wouldn't have opened it.
I don't know. Would Mage Hand have opened it if I pushed it?
Right. Mage Hand, it's pushing all right.
Oh, well, it was worth a try.
Good going, Mage Hand. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to do anything.
Damn.
It was worth a try.
So, are we getting ready to start adventuring now? Are we adventuring now? Is this?
We are literally right this second adventuring.
Oh, all right.
Right.
Just allow me to prepare. He takes his lute out, and here we go. Did that show up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays a little tune that will protect him from poison. It's sort of to calm him and just if you've got nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. There we are. All right, good.
Perfect. So, Callista, you have the passkey, which is draconic, written on there. And this one just says, makers of the squirm. In draconic.
Makers of the squirrel?
Squirm.
Oh, squirm.
Squirrel.
She will say the phrase in draconic.
All right. You say it in draconic, and the door opens up. And this stale air just wafts up. Like, whatever's behind
Feels
this
like
door.
home.
Yeah, whatever's behind this door has not been opened in some time. And you find yourselves here.
The smell of stale dungeon.
It's my
You
favorite.
should find yourselves in this room.
Callista,
Oh, boy.
Callista will close her eyes and she'll go, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So you're standing on. There's steps that go down, and you see another just kind of regular bronze door in front of you.
Let me take a look.
Sure. I'll be right behind you.
All right, sounds great. And I'll go up to it and take a look, see what it's about, see if it's trappity trapped, whatever.
And I placed you guys at random on this thing, so if it's not the order you want to be in, just let me know.
Word.
Thing. I might just need a moment because
Sure.
I can't quite see my screen.
You may have to zoom all the way out to find the staircase because it's.
Oh, here we go. There we are. I was trying to find us in the dark.
Yes, we are using the advanced lighting for this stuff. So.
Oh, the brand new stuff.
Yeah, this is the beta stuff. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Exciting.
So
right.
fancy.
So you come to this brass door.
I do.
What would you like to do to this brass door?
I'm just I'm first kind of listening to it, and hearing for your traditional ticking, and the usual. Let's see. I rolled a 19.
19. Yeah.
Investigation.
Doesn't seem to be any thing beyond this door. In fact, while you're sitting there, you realize, it's unlocked.
Oh.
Okay. Would you like to open it? All right.
I do.
All right. You unlock the door, and you come to this rectangular kind of room. And everybody can come in if they wish, but so you enter in this diamond-shaped room, and it has a floor-to-ceiling square pillar in the middle of it. And if you kind of look at it, it seems to be about 5 feet on each side. Now there's a hole for people that are of normal height at about eye level in each of the sides, except for where that torch-looking thing is that Samira is standing in front of. As there's this metal rod placed into it, and at the end of it is topped with this glass sphere, and it looks like there's maybe these like dim balls inside of that. Along the outer walls are 3 more of these rods with the spheres, and they're slotted into similar holes along that wall. Each one of them, the glass is kind of foggy and dull. And as you circle around this room, that seems to be the only thing here.
Huh. Yeah, I'm just going around. Oh, I forgot the thingy. It changes when you move.
Yeah. You can use your arrow keys to move around easier. So.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll give you if you click on your token, you can just use the arrow keys to move around.
I've been playing on Roll20 all year, and that's the first time I've ever fucking heard that. I had no idea. That's amazing.
So if I
of course, you all have dark vision too, so it was just like, well, this is silly.
No, learn the tools. Learn them, I say.
Indeed.
So if I look into one of the holes on the side of this pillar, what do I see?
It's too small. It's like.
Oh, okay. So they're not like, okay.
Yeah, they are wide enough to accept one of the rods.
Oh, perfect. Because my next question was, are these rods removable from their stands?
You can pull that one out.
I'd love to.
Okay. So you pull this rod. Okay, you're pulling this rod out next to you?
The one I'm at.
All right, it comes out.
Okay. So yeah, after a cursory inspection of said rod and said hole, I would like to have the two meet.
Okay, so I grabbed the wrong person. I'm moving you.
I'm the captain now.
I grabbed. I was on the wrong layer. So yeah, you bring this rod over here and put it in the hole.
Whoa, that was cool.
Oh man, I would have lost that bet. Felt very arrow slitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like poison, or I've been down here before, but poison, or the door shuts and then like the room fills with poison and you have to find the right thing to.
Oh, I'm glad I sang the diarrhea song then.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
probably really smart.
Wait, I think all of these other, two can fit the exact same way.
Okay.
All right, I can help.
All right, so you guys move them over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Samira, you do notice that on the pillar in the middle, there's this kind of like flame motif
Mm-hmm.
kind of around the top of it.
Any writing or other art carved into this pillar or on the walls around this room?
No, that's it.
Okay.
So you put them all in there and they remain dim.
They remain dim, eh? Well, perhaps.
Do you need more light? What are you doing?
Is something supposed to happen now?
Sometimes.
What?
Well-
What? Are you just looking to make the light brighter so we can see? What?
I don't know.
Are we just making sure we're not gonna get killed in the first 10 feet of our journey? What?
Could that happen? Could that happen?
As dungeon coach, it's the third room. It's the third room that we have to worry the most about.
Oh, well, then we should stay here in the first room.
Right, but then we don't move on, and then we don't complete the mission.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, very well.
I know, it gets really complicated. But hey, it's your first day. You're doing really, really well.
All right. Well, how do we get to the second room?
That's a great question. It's probably a hidden door or something.
Oh, that's what you're trying to do. I see.
Yep.
Yes.
I see.
You're a natural. You're a
Yes.
natural.
It has its own sort of sense to it. Yes.
So let's brighten things up a little bit. And Callista will control flames, and she will make all of the torches glow brighter.
They are not. They are off. There is no light coming from them.
Oh, well then I set them on fire.
Yeah. The flame bounces off because they're basically like these glass spheres enclosed, and there's these like red balls. So as you see there, but the red balls are dim, and the whole glass is kind of foggy.
Oh.
So your flame kind of just washes over it.
Oh.
Doesn't seem to really do anything.
That's disappointing.
So can I like actually take an investigation check on these orby thingies to see if they like open at all or?
Sure.
Cool. Oh, that's surprising. I rolled an 18.
18. It does seem like there is perchance some kind of magical connection between the rod and these orbs, that there needs to be some kind of power source to turn them on.
Okay. So maybe not so much targeting the orbs, but with them being in the pillar, maybe we should do something to the pillar. Okay. Flammable.
Sure, what would you like?
Well, you seem to be a little fire happy. Maybe just light the pillar on fire?
Sure. You don't have to tell me twice. And she will set one of the pillars on fire, starting at the base and going up.
Yeah. That stone is getting hot.
And that's all that's happening?
Yep.
Okay.
Blur, as you're walking around looking at this, and you're at a lower level, you actually see, along with your passive perception, how do I do like I know there's a way for me to be like this here. Oh well.
If you click and hold down.
Oh, click and hold down. That right there. Okay. Along that wall, you actually do see a carving, like down at the bottom. Someone scratched in, and there is a thing that goes. Oh, you probably can't see that.
Oh. That's what's written on the thingy?
Yeah. It's like carved into it.
Okay.
4,
actually,
an arrow, and a 4.
Yeah, actually, I think I found something. 4, right 4. Or 4, yeah, something like that.
Like 4-2-4? Or
No, it's yeah. Well, the
4
teal,
shots.
Yeah, I guess that's.
I'll keep
I've got
it
it
up there.
I've got it. 4 with an arrow.
Oh, I mean, I can do the shooting, but what if
Wait, so we're not setting the pillars on fire?
I think maybe not again, not yet.
No one told me there was going to be arithmetic.
It sometimes happens. It can be a headache. But it's okay. You got this. You can do it.
4-4.
Dungeon Coach, I would just like to point out that I don't like puzzles. I'm not good at puzzles. Help.
Me neither. And you know what? I will pass that information up the food chain.
She will automatically turn and look at Samira.
I'm going to come over to this one and I'm going to touch it.
Okay.
What happens when I touch it?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, that is unproductive. What if we all touch them?
Yeah.
Everybody touch an
orb.
orb.
I think that's a great idea. And maybe that's what it's trying to tell us.
Oh, it's a party game of sorts.
Okay.
Touch the orb.
You all touch the orb, and Callista, while nothing happens, you do sense there does seem to be like a sense of like thrumming of magic. You know, like a sorceress magic in here. And you feel a connection, though, not through here, but along the outer walls.
Guys, I have a feeling this place is magical.
Oh, okay. Like
a
I would have already extinguished the flames, just so you know, Jeff.
Yeah,
just pointing that out.
Yeah.
But
there's some connection. You feel like there's some thrumming of magical connection, though, between this pillar and those outer walls.
I will go to another pillar and touch it the same way. Do I still feel that connection?
Well, since it's a single pillar in the middle of the room.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, as you're
Got
touching it, you sense that there's some kind of connection, maybe in that hole to the other hole.
Huh. Does this pillar move at all? Like if I try to turn it, does it turn?
No.
Well, that would be also. Well, then I'll examine the walls.
Okay.
Is there anything on the other walls?
That same hole. It seems like. Give me an investigation.
All right, this one.
Actually, give me an
worse than the other one.
Give me an Arcana.
Okay, this will go the same way.
Yeah. Okay.
13.
13. There's something. You feel like you don't know, but there's something more important to the outer wall holes. Like you're thinking. Okay,
are there holes on the outer walls as well?
Yes. I'm sorry. Was that not clear? Yes, because you took
that was not clear.
Sorry, you took the ones because there was 3 on the outer walls.
Okay.
That you guys moved to the center. I thought maybe I misunderstood because when you first entered in,
I thought it was just 4 holes total.
There. Okay, I will clarify. There's a hole here, hole here, hole here, and a hole here.
Right.
Adjacent, and then across the way on the pillar is.
Okay.
Another hole.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Shall we move these to the outer walls? All of them?
Yes.
Very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yes, I think so.
Okay. You move. I'm not gonna bother moving around. You move them all to the outer walls, and they all turn on, and the balls inside rise up and spin around, and now they're all lit up. But nothing seems to happen at this moment. But they're all now lit.
Well, that's progress.
Maybe you light the pillar up again.
Or, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. It's just.
No, it's okay. It's a group activity.
I've been down here so much, and these things tend to be a little confusing. If I remove one of the rods from the outer wall, does it still glow?
You remove one from the outer wall, they all turn off.
All right, put it back in.
They all turn on.
All right. So now,
Just like pacing around, checking in with everyone.
right, like we're all just kind of like pacing.
Yep, like following each other.
Heathcliff, not quite knowing how this works, is just looking for, I'll try to find another carving. Maybe it'll be the next thing we're supposed to do. Is that how
good
this
idea.
goes? And so he's just like looking around the room. Would that be perception, investigation?
Yeah.
What do you like, perception?
Perception. Perception 15. Nope. Yeah, you find the same 4 to 4. You're looking at it, it's like, okay, 4. That arrow is pointing to another 4. 4, 2, 4.
Maybe it's upside down. Maybe it's H to H, but going the other way.
Well, if it's 4 to 4, there has to be some other thing there has to be another thing where that there is 4 of that we can use.
I have 10 iron spikes.
That's more than 4.
But
it's enough.
Use 4.
We could use 4.
Like, can we use it to like connect them together? Maybe.
Puzzles.
Who's got
All right.
Well, Samir would have this too. You got all the high checks. So you would think 4 to when you took 1 out, they all turned off. When you took 1 out, they all turned off.
Perhaps we all need to remove them together.
Simultaneously? All right.
It is a group effort.
That's the word. Teamwork.
All right, I'll go over here.
All right. Team mission go.
So you guys all
count us in.
All right.
3.
Oh, wait,
2.
are we doing this on 3 or do we say go
like
and
3
then we
then
do it?
3 then pull. 3 then 1, 2, 3 pull.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 pull.
So we don't
I was totally doing
do we
3,
say
2, 1,
pull though? Are someone saying pull?
I would say I'll say pull.
Okay, and then so we wait until you say pull. Or do we do it just after you say pull? Are we doing it as
we
you say
pull and say pull?
Or do we hear pull, we say register, and then we pull? No, okay, so when you say pull.
We're all going to say pull at the same
P?
time after 3.
On the P. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, on the P.
All right.
On the P. All right. 1, 2, 3, pull!
You all pull at the same time, and they're all still lit in your hands.
Excellent.
Okay. Well,
that?
also
This
progress.
What's that?
That was
We're on the way to the Olympics.
Don't worry about what that was.
Was that poison gas shooting out?
It literally, I'm on the wrong thing, and it did shoot out some acid beam. Don't worry about
That's
that.
amazing.
Okay,
That's amazing.
I have a weird premonition there's going to be an acid beam.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's fair.
Now, we should insert them simultaneously as well.
Okay.
But because the word pull is already a very strong word, like on the P, it's very forceful. We know that is when we should do it. We should insert them on the P as well.
Okay.
All right.
Should we change the name? Should it be push?
Yes. Also starts with a P. That's good.
Look, you're
That's
so
a nice
smart.
Dungeon coach.
So, but wait, we're taking them to the other wall?
Yes,
We're putting them. We're putting them in the pillar now.
Oh,
right. So
okay.
the inner one. Yes. Okay. All right.
All right.
And
You
this
ready?
is great. We're all doing really well.
So good, everyone. All right. 1,
Yep.
2, 3. Push.
Push.
These invisible force walls that looked like stone all disappear,
Well, would you look at that?
revealing
Good job, everyone.
the rest.
Oh, we're spoiled for choice. We can go anywhere we like at this stage.
Indeed. Where
Oh,
So I think
where
should we go?
Oh, there's some kind
I
of
think-
green fog down here.
Yeah, when you get close to that area, it smells like just acrid, putrid water.
Hmm.
Oh.
And you hear some sloshing around down there.
Well, I don't like that at all.
Oh, I used to drink this stuff all the time. It's no big deal.
I don't care for it. I do not care for it.
Is that why?
Okay.
Blurg, is that why you're so short?
Yeah.
Did it stunt your growth? Are you supposed to be taller?
I don't know. I never thought about that.
That's rather personal.
I mean,
It's a
life is
logical
full of choices. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure after the Brotherhood of Redemption fixed me. Maybe I grew a couple inches. Maybe I lost a couple. Maybe it's part of the redemption thingy.
Are you
It's possible.
only kobold you know? Do you
That I
know
used
other-
to know.
Okay. So you don't
Yeah.
know if other kobolds are the same size as you?
I seem to remember that like I was like shorter, not the shortest, like somewhere in the middle.
So it did stunt your growth.
I mean, maybe, but you know what? I would do it 10 out of 10 times. I would do it again. No regrets whatsoever.
Okay.
Very
You do
optimistic.
you. And
I-
we will
okay.
support you.
Which way would everyone
Thanks.
like to go? I mean,
Not
I don't think we
towards
should
the
go
green
south.
stuff.
No.
Well,
No.
yeah, Heathcliff, you've been heard. As your dungeon coach, I think you made the right decision.
And just to clarify, to the east, are those doors?
Yes, there are two doors. One's slightly ajar. It's a jar
Oh,
door.
there is
Ooh,
a door.
a jar
over there.
door.
Okay.
It's not a door, it's a jar.
Sorry, I tried to
Hey.
Let's hear.
so you could still see them, but they blocked the light. But yeah,
I'm in favor of heading to this western room. I can see something that looks like a table.
Oh,
And perhaps we may find something that will help us endure the disgusting smell to the south.
Maybe.
great idea.
all right. So you come into this room here. Pause.
We're going here.
Pause.
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 I'm paused.
Pause. Pause.
Boss.
I'll make sure I'm on the right thing. So as you enter into this, it's this very large open room, and you find a bunch of workstations, and they just kind of dot this area, but they're all disused. Anything that's on them looks to either be broken or discarded. And you would have to get up pretty close to them to see what they may have on them or what they used to do. But it kind of has this kind of, tinkery shop kind of feel about it.
Unpause.
Yeah, sorry. You're right. You're good. Unpause.
I also remember fourth grade, sir.
Heads up, 7-up.
Yo. Shout out to Heads Up 7-Up.
Yeah, so you see this very large kind of table in the middle that looks like you would design maybe rods or staves. Samira, when you get up to that wall, you actually see a rack of wooden staves
Oh.
Ooh.
just along the wall.
Mhm.
The table has an assortment of, when you get up close to it, Heathcliff, an assortment of 12-inch rods on them. Most look to be
Hey.
discarded or in the process of being worked on, but whatever happened, they in this room, they just all got left.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if you guys.
What's over here on this circular table?
Just more. There is some foodstuffs, but it looks like they're actually being experimented on, not so much like a dining place.
And then over here is a fireplace that
Yeah,
I'm looking at.
yeah.
Yeah, Callisto
And a-
will go over.
a stove.
Oh, Callisto will go over there with Samira. And as soon as she sees there's a fireplace, we're gonna light
You're gonna light it?
We're gonna light that fireplace.
All right. So you light this fireplace. Let's call it.
It explodes, we're dead. Whoa.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it lights up.
Nice.
Yo, roll 20 is so cool.
Good. It went good that time. That's
Hmm.
nice
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
Very cozy. Thank you, Callista.
You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna peek into this
Lights up.
room here.
Okay, you come into this room here. You enter into this bedroom, and basically you see a rotting bed frame, threadbare carpet, foot locker there at the end of the into the bed. The table there in the corner, its fourth leg has crumbled to dust, and yeah, so it just looks like maybe it's this ancient bed chamber. A few moldy books are still all that's left on the bookshelf along the northern wall.
Anything on the table or under the table or
Yeah. So do you touch the table?
I'll touch the table.
Okay.
Sure, I'll touch the table.
You touch the table, and the rest of the legs just crumble, and the whole thing just clatters.
Oh,
to the
Jesus.
ground. All this stuff on top of it just clank. I mean, you just pull a pip in it, just like clank, 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 clank. The metal
my
plates
God.
and stuff just ring throughout.
Oh shit!
And I grab my longbow and I'm just like looking around.
They're really and Samira will take a step back and point her sword at it as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was destructive.
Fell to dust.
it's an old
You're-
table.
I would have done the same thing if it makes you feel better.
It does.
I'm just glad to know I wasn't the one that destroyed it, because it's always me.
Really? I'm gonna
Maybe.
need to hear some stories one day.
I don't
Let me
want
know
to talk about stories.
What y'all
right now.
search? If y'all search anything, or
I'm gonna let somebody else talk.
Mark keeps clicking on himself.
He just
You
wants
notice that Heathcliff has sort of wandered back out of the room, like there was, dust and a lot of dirt. He's just sort of like, He's sort of sitting by the fire, just sort of noodling on his lute.
Yeah.
He actually he puts the lute away and he pulls out a just a small penny whistle almost, and just begins playing a soft tune on it. As he does so, a pair of ghostly figures just sort of materialize, and they're very clearly an illusion, but they're just sort of like dancing to whatever tune he's playing.
Gotcha.
I can do that too. And she'll go back over to the fireplace and she will see. She will use control flames on the fireplace, and she will make the flames dance like his shadows and stuff are doing.
very cool.
Blurred, you get over to that area that you're looking at. You just you see this cave in. It actually looks fairly recent, maybe.
Oh, that's either really bad news or really good news for us. And I'll kind of. There's a cave in over here. Oh, really cool.
like he ADD's like boom. Once the music starts playing and the illusion starts.
Samir, what are you up to?
Is the chest on in front of this bed real?
Yeah.
I'd like to investigate it.
Yeah, so you this footlocker is open.
Oh, I kick it open with my foot.
You kick it open. Some ancient dust comes up out of it. And there just seems, with just a cursory glance, looks like maybe some clothes. There's some cloth in there, something folded up. You'd have to start digging around to see what everything is.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch anything with my hands immediately, but I'm going to, stick my sword in there and lift up cloth.
Okay.
And
you put it in there and you lift up this old ancient robe, very out of style. Nothing like this has been worn in some time. It's purple and had some gold trimming that's just almost completely eaten away and gone. And as you're turning it around, you see on the blazoned on the back of it is the symbol skull of Ghul.
well,
And
Not
it was-
unexpected.
yeah, and it was, looked like at one point probably threaded in fine silk, but now it's just kind of a faded outline.
I just kind of like toss it on the rotting bed frame and
Okay.
continue to rifle through the chest.
Yeah, so you're looking around through it. You actually see some gems that sparkle up out of it.
Ooh.
And in the bottom corner, you see some kind of black stone sculpture.
Callista,
Yeah?
could you come here for me, please? Just for a second.
What did you find?
I found some gemstones, but also there's a sculpture in this chest, along with some robes of Ghul. That
I don't know what that
I-
means.
He was a nasty piece of work.
Yes.
We'll say that much anyway.
But I saw that you can lift things without your actual. You can do arcane things. Can you lift the sculpture out of the chest for me with
Yeah.
your?
Oh, yeah, I can do that too if you need to, but please, after you.
Oh, well, I'll note that for future reference. But I didn't. know that you could.
Callista will look at Heathcliff and will use Mage Hand to pick up the statue while she's like locked eyes with Heathcliff, like, I'm getting to do this with my Mage Hand.
Mm.
And he looks back as if to say, it's all right, I'm actually quite lazy.
So you realize this is getting close to the max out of this mage hand. The weight of this.
Oh,
Oh, those are
Sculpture.
really heavy.
Yeah. You bring it close and
Can I put it on, because I think there was, a desk, or was that desk
oh, it's on the ground now.
complete?
yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing I destroyed.
Oh, okay. Got it.
elbow drop.
She'll set it down on the ground.
Okay. It's out on the ground and it is some kind of black metal. It actually wasn't stone after all. And looking at it, it's like you've never seen any kind of metal this black before. Now, when looking at it, you see that this thing is carved into the shape of this faceless and genderless figure that has two sets of arms and two sets of legs. It kneels and with its knees together, and both pairs of legs are basically at a 45-degree angle as it's sitting.
Mhm.
Its upper arms are outstretched to accept. It actually looks like you can see some residue from it, maybe some incense you could put on it to burn. And the second set of arms are outstretched to either side, but the hands have been severed, like purposefully so. It is a part of the sculpture, not as if it is broken.
That's rather gruesome.
Can I make a religion check?
Sure.
Eh, 10.
You know it's probably some elder god, maybe something to start with a G, you're thinking, but you'd have to...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
let's-
this is...
I got a 6, so I'm like,
Six.
I think it's, I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be like a black pudding or something?
Clearly some erotic art that went wrong.
Clearly.
Yeah.
There's so many gods in the city. Could vary. It's hard to remember all of them, but we should.
Oh, really?
Yes. Have you
Oh, man.
Have you been to the Street of a Million Gods?
No,
Nope.
that
I don't
sounds like
think
a
so.
lot.
Well, when we hit the surface again, I'll take you on a tour.
Wait, is that really the name?
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
My
Wow.
goal is to not go back to the surface. My goal is to
Well-
go home.
Well, should you return to the surface? Should you? I mean, I understand you.
Lurg, you hear some rumbling coming from the distance, from that west side.
Hey guys. There's I'm hearing some rumbling from a distance.
Where you came from,
yeah.
where that collapse had been. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was actually I think we should hold that conversation for a second, and I'll kind of draw my bow and kind of begin to slowly
make my way over there and see.
I'll pocket the shiny contents of the chest and follow.
Okay.
Are we bringing
As
the little statue?
Stop right there, Blurg.
Okay, cool. Paul.
Yeah, if somebody wanna grab the statue, they can.
Yeah,
if they want.
I'll grab it too.
Okay. As you're making your way over there, this section of the wall right in front of you just gets, you feel it trembling, and all of a sudden it just opens up into this massive hole when this little guy pops out.
Okay, he's not little.
I set it on fire.
As this Umber Hulk
That is a hard pass.
It's not little.
And I'll say you guys were all sufficiently on edge, so go ahead and let's do initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. How you want the numbers?
Wow, I'm not using my fire dice. So.
Oh, it's already. What do you mean? How do I want the numbers?
If you roll it in Roll20, it puts it in there.
Yeah, I'm in already.
Oh, okay. Because I rolled got my dice got one.
Oh, yeah. Just go ahead and.
Yeah, it was a 14.
14.
I don't know how to add it in the thingy though.
That's a good question.
I know it's possible.
Oh, to add it manually?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Blurg. I don't know how.
Blurg. Got it. What'd you get?
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I can't put Roll20 dice in jail. I can put this chunk in this one. He can go in jail. Better recognize, dog. Show up.
Okay.
Yay, you did it.
Okay. It's right on my grill. Oh, buddy, old pal.
Yeah.
Starting off hot.
Come on, numerically.
Sure.
Okay, there we go.
Yay. Thank you, sir.
Samira, you are first as this Umber Hulk comes crashing out. Unfortunately, you guys were not prepared for this to be an Umber Hulk. So you are within 30 feet of it. You are able to see its eyes.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
So I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
No, but I don't want.
Okay. You almost make it. You're starting there and you're starting to get confused. You're not completely under its sway. So I'm just going to say for this, you will just lose your turn as you're shaking your head, but next turn you'll probably be able to avert your eyes.
That's fine. I'll be okay, I suppose.
All right, Blurg.
Yep. Charisma save as well?
Yes.
Well, I think I did pretty good. That's a 21.
Yeah, you are good.
Nat 19. Cool. And like there's actually like even though like there's a piece of him that is like oh shit, like this is a big thing. He's just like, oh, I've heard about things like you're awesome, and he just goes and immediately goes to get ready to fire. But before that, he nicks the back of his bow with a finger, and it begins to as this radiant kind of yellowish white energy emanates from the bow and surrounds the arrows, and he'll fire twice at the thingy. He also needs to take 1 point of damage to do that. So I will go ahead and roll both of those attacks. First one's a 23 to hit. Second one is a natural 20. Starting up hot. Let's go. How do you do crits, Jeffrey?
Max damage.
Max damage. Okay. So I'll roll the first one, and then let's see.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is going to be a good bit. If I know how to math. So first one is 10 points of piercing plus 6 radiant. And then the second one is 14 points of piercing and 6 radiant, if it's max damage.
Okay. So 20 plus 16 is 36. All right. You, oh God, just unleash on this thing.
That was an amazing first turn.
Right back as his arrow slams. Is it 2? How many arrows is it?
Sorry?
How many arrows was it?
2.
2. So yeah, these 2 arrows just pierce its carapace, and it's screaming out in pain. Heathcliff.
See, it heard me talking about it. See?
Can I see it? Is it facing towards me? Can I see its eyes?
Yes, at this moment, you will need to make the...
Let's see.
Oh.
Critical fail.
Critical fail.
No.
Not unsurprisingly, Heathcliff was not expecting a big monster to burst through the room. And he looks directly at it.
This is on brand for Heathcliff.
So I need you to roll a d8. Oh, sorry, then start your next turn. So we'll worry about that.
Go.
Wait, sorry, you can't take reactions at starting your next turn. Okay, you're good. Callista.
You don't
Give
need
me
the D8?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're doing a charisma saving throw first.
Yep.
Ayo,
Yeah.
dirty 20.
Yeah, you're like, I'm fine. And you realize, okay, I need to not look at this thing.
Mm-hmm. And then she's going to back up. Oh, that's near. She's gonna back up here, and she is gonna be just kill it with fire, and she's gonna cast
Kill it with-
Agonazar Scorcher.
Okay,
Nice.
give me an attack roll.
It's a dex saving throw.
Ooh. Dex. I got 11. 11.
You fail.
11.
11.
11.
I assume I assume that's 17 points of damage from what it says.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, yep. So then you did 17 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
This thing just takes, it gets 2 arrows in, another flame across its brow. It does not look happy. And it's freaking out, but it's those 2 arrows that got its attention the most. It's flames screaming, and it just tries to come down with these 2 claws down onto Blurg.
No, Blurg.
Definitely not friendship.
First claw, 13 to hit.
No.
Second claw is a critical.
I see. I see your shorts is as big as mine.
Sorry. 8 plus 5, 13 points of.
Oh.
Let's make sure I'm doing that. 13 points of damage from the claw, and finally, after it does those 2 of the claws, these big mandibles come out.
No.
Try to hit you. 17 to hit.
Is the third attack?
Yeah, it has multi attack 3.
Okay. No worries. That is my AC. Damn it.
All right. So 2d8 plus that, as it not only hits you for 8 points of damage,
Only 8. only almost half
Only
my
8.
own.
Right.
So actually no, exactly half.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool.
Great.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's just like yeah. So I like he like is it like a kind of like he's like crunching like on me, I guess, or
Yeah, so
like
it hit and it kind of crunched you for a second, but it's starting to pull back.
okay. Oh, okay. And it's just like that's fair.
That's fair. Samira, it's your turn.
Cool. Do I have to make another charisma saving throw?
Yes. No, sorry. You just lost your turn, so you can avert your eyes this go around.
Okay. Yeah, that gives me disadvantage on attack though, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I will do that aversion to its silly face. But what I will do is I will, like, as I'm looking away, I'm gonna hold my hand up and bring a guiding bolt down on it. So
Yeah.
all right, it's not gonna let me. Let's see. That's 20. Okay, so keep in mind the damage for that. I'm gonna roll another d20.
Okay.
Okay, so an 18.
18 to hit?
Yeah.
Yes, that actually does hit.
Excellent. For 18 radiant damage, and it begins to glow with this like ethereal light blue light. So the next attack on it has advantage.
All right. How would you like to do this?
Oh well,
Hey!
it just made me really mad. You know, like it's not expecting you to burst through a wall and make me surprised like this. I'm just like, Lothian, take you, and I just like fire my guiding bolt at it and like just go right through its silly forehead.
Yeah. So there's these 2 arrows in it. It got flamed up, and the arrows had opened up this nice spot, and that bolt just goes through it, hits the back of the carapace, and stays inside for a moment, and it's just like it just kind of bursts out in light that kind of shines up into the carapace and comes out, through the sections where it meets, and then it's just like
Very cool.
Heavens to Maresh, what was that thing?
It's really cool, right? Ow, ow, ow.
Oh, come here. Come here. Gosh.
I'm coming.
Like as I pass by the Umber Hulk, I kind of like tap it, and I'm just like,
You did real good. You did real good.
You
I don't know why my Jersey accent happened there, but
you did good, kid.
Yeah, that's good.
So when you get close to it, you actually see that there's actually like this greenish goo mixing with its blood that's seeping out.
Oh, that's
Is their blood not usually like this?
would I know that?
Yeah, I think you're from the Underdark, or from kind of the under realm. Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
they have kind of a meaty interior, white meat, kind of like crab meat almost kind of thing, right? And normally it's kind of this whitish liquid, clear, maybe a little pinkish, but this is mixed with this something green and slimy and almost like it's gunky.
Oh man, yes, it's really different. Unique.
Was it sick or something? Or
I mean,
while Blurg is inspecting, I'm going to place my hand on his head and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So yeah, your head also begins to glow with a light blue ethereal light as you regain 17.
Yay! Man, I'm really glad.
Awesome.
Really glad we hired you. Thanks.
All right.
I'm
behind it is.
glad you hired me too.
A bit of a tunnel, but it ends again and just kind of went down. So you'd have to actually travel down to go see where it really came from.
Well, I'm sure if we go this way, we'll find out more about the greenish weirdness and then the chaos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the result of the chaos?
I mean, it's a good guess.
Fascinating. Interesting. Well, I'm learning more about this adventuring stuff every day. Look, my apologies. I got caught kind of flat-footed back there.
No worries. You again, it's the
No
beginning.
worries.
Shall we continue then?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
keep a wary eye, everyone.
all right. So you guys move through the same area where it came from?
Yeah.
Okay. So you move through, and basically it becomes this kind of just the circular room that it branches on either side, but then comes back around. You see another area that's been collapsed. Moving forward, you come to another T section, intersection. Up to the north is more collapsed. You get kind of from the south the smell of refuse kind of wafting up through that hall. If you want to go down and check that. But you do look straight ahead and you see more glowing. It looks like maybe another large workshop area. But the difference is you see a small blue glowing light that you didn't see in the other room. Emanating from just ahead.
Well, blue is different.
Glowy versus gross. Glowy?
Glowy.
Okay. So you can move you guys.
I'm moving myself.
Yeah. Once everybody gets over to the blue glowing lights.
Actually, I seem to be stuck on the Umber Hulk. Could the DM move me?
That's awesome.
I'm just captivated.
Stay right here.
Actually, Heathcliff does pick up the eyes and is just like, these could be fashioned into an attractive brooch.
There you go.
Takes the Umber Hulk eyes.
Nice.
There, you should be fine now.
There we go.
Oh, good. You got your hit points in there. I don't know how I couldn't get them.
I had to manually entered it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, sorry. Too. Okay. When you guys come up into this room, it's another large workshop room. But this blue glow, as you get closer, you see it's this harrow elf in this ethereal kind of ghostly form. And a harrow elf are elves that were twisted by Ghul centuries ago to just be these. Or was it the Dread one? Oh, no, I can't remember. At any rate, they were just twisted versions of elves. They generally have scars and pockmarks and just, very displeasing to look at, very ill-tempered and ill-natured creatures. And when you come up to this one, he seems to be muttering to himself with all the, around all these broken tables and abandoned crafting materials. When you get close to this glowing, he is intensely murmuring under his breath, and he's just searching over his table. He's like, 4 parts real weeds, 3 parts acurium, 2 parts flame of ochre mesh. What was the rest? And then he smashes his hands on the table. Where is that formula? And then that scene just repeats over and over and over again. 4 parts real weed, 3 parts acurium, 2 parts flame of ochre mesh. What was the rest? Smashes his hands. Where's that formula?
He's clearly incorporeal. Like we can see through him, and
yeah, if you try to put something through him, it passes through.
Okay.
Yeah. I try to wave.
Yeah. Just goes through him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's really cool. That's a cool trick.
I don't think
doesn't seem to notice you guys. He just continues in this perpetual state.
I don't think this is a trick. I think this is a remnant, a soul that won't leave, or something.
Oh man, is he the chaos we're supposed to find?
No.
Callista will look around.
Mm-hmm.
She'll lick her finger and she'll go,
Wait.
I don't sense any chaos here. Just me.
All right.
Not in this room.
Not in this room. Just me. I'm the only chaos here.
Well, great.
Okay. I'll do a kind of cursory glance around his workstation. Did I see any
same
goofy formulas or?
Yeah. So give me a perception check.
Get you that perception.
Yeah.
So you don't find anything here, but you do remember there were some books in a room on a bookshelf.
There sure were.
Oh, the bedroom, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Shall we?
If you want to run back while we're not going to go too much further ahead, but if you'd like to take a look back there.
I just go back alone? Is that what you're saying?
I'll go with you.
All right.
All right. You guys head back over to that area, and you're looking through, searching through the books. Most of them just crumble in your hands, but one, when it crumbles, it leaves behind this piece of paper, parchment, mostly ripped, or not ripped, but it's been chewed up by something at some point. It's in a language you don't recognize, but something's written on it.
Right.
You could probably take it back up with you, get it translated. Maybe it's got some interesting lore on it.
Only thing that didn't turn to dust, so must be the right thing.
All right. I'll return to the others and let them know.
Yeah,
sounds good.
And
he brings.
Do any of them recognize the script?
No, it's not in a language any of them know.
Oh, I know lots of languages.
Okay, what languages do you know?
I know Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, and Halfling.
Yeah, no, none of those.
It's in deep speech. Always in deep speech.
Always deep speech. I've got some friends at the university who might be able to take a look at this.
But what if this is what this ethereal gentleman is looking for?
Yes.
Maybe we can put his mind at rest.
I don't assume it's draconic or undercommon. Okay.
I'll try holding the piece of paper in front of his spectral face. Does he register it?
Doesn't register if you hold it in front of his face.
I think it has to be spoken aloud for him to be released from his whatever this is.
Well, we'll hold on to it to the next time we delve and get someone to read it and come back down and save this poor man's soul.
Yeah, it's not like he's going anywhere.
Exactly.
All right. Y'all move on?
Yes.
All
I
right.
see a staircase.
Yep. You guys move on to the next level.
Level clear.
Or Smash Brothers. Game!
Or Metal Slug 2. Mission complete.
Mission complete. Good.
Okay.
I just realized tongues won't do anything. It would have to be comprehend languages, yes?
Yes, comprehend languages. Tongues is spoken.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Boy.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So you come into down these stairs, rather, sorry. And there's no mistaking. Age-old blood is stained on this stone floor from years of use. The blood smears across the floor as if hundreds upon hundreds of bodies have been slid across it, forming a runnel due to the constant friction. And it's very clearly going from the doorway on your left up the room.
Yep. This is where.
Do we want to see what's behind the door, or do we just want to follow the blood?
This is where Curiosity Kill the Kobold comes in to play. Definitely want to follow the blood. Even though I recognize that it is an unintelligent decision, I'm just calling it out for everyone to know.
As long as you realize it's an unintelligent decision.
Yep.
Okay. Good to know we're on the same page.
Yeah.
How I got the scar. So yeah.
What about that scar?
Oh no, I only have one, like right here.
Oh, okay.
Right. You guys.
And this lighting is very weird. So I'm.
But does it look really cool?
things.
Does it look so cool? It makes me look like
You guys are having this. You guys are having this conversation on the way up to the blood.
Yes, we are walking
Sure.
up to the blood.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and you come into, if everyone wants to move up, you come into a room that is just
It's
chock-a-block full of blood.
Fuck.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's layers upon layers of dry blood They're caked on the floor, walls, and ceiling. And in the center of the room is a single drain that has just been set into the floor. And it basically, this whole room just slopes to the middle. So it just looks like toss whatever's in here.
Are you feeling chaos, Scalista?
Do I feel any chaos?
No, you don't feel any chaos here.
I mean, no more chaos than normal.
Okay.
And all of this blood looks old. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, okay, because I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm keeping my fingernail
Blurred enters
across
into
it.
the room. When up from the
Oh, fuck!
when up from the grate,
Oh my god!
pseudopod-like limbs of just congealed blood rise up out of the grate and attack.
Oh no.
Why does this keep happening?
I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all.
I was just about to ask what was the grade.
Jesus. Like, it legitimately scared me.
Yeah, me too. This fucking game is the best.
We'll start with that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So 24 and a 27.
Oh my.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Basically these two, they just come out and bludgeon you. Like they just smack you. And now I need you. Oh, and now you're grappled. As it and it takes you. But you only take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Only 10. Cool.
And
Man, I was right. I was right about the curiosity thing, huh?
yep.
This is the third room.
I'll see myself.
All right. Initiatives.
Oh no!
Oh boy, oh boy.
no.
Oh my god! It's it's
Oh my
appropriate.
gosh.
It's appropriate.
Ooh.
Fucking wow.
Oh
Okay.
wow! I rolled a natural one, everybody. Just so you know,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
that's what's happening here.
But you can't critically
Oh, right.
fail on initiative. That's-
No.
But you could feel it right here. You could feel
Blur,
it
what you
right
got?
here.
like when you go
I
very
have,
last. Yeah, you can feel that.
Right. It's 13.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So that is. Why did you do this? All right.
Why did I?
Heathcliff, you are the start of the round as this thing
Okay.
slatches onto your friend. It looks like he's starting to pull them into the grate, but it's coming up out of the grate.
So yeah, Heathcliff, feeling a little ashamed that in his very first dungeon encounter, he basically got stymied and didn't do anything. So he's been looking for the chance to prove himself. As this happens, he's almost prepared for it and casts a shatter spell behind this thing so that it won't catch Blurg.
Okay.
And he's going to, just cast it at second level there.
Hey Jeff, check
Yeah.
your Zoom chat when you get a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it will need to make a DC 14 Constitution save.
DC 14 Constitution save.
Thing has
Da-da-da-da.
too many
Fails.
limbs.
It takes the full 12 points of thunder damage.
12 thunder. Okay, thunder damage. Perfect. It takes the thunder damage, lets go of Blurg, and like back down into the grate.
What was that?
I don't know, but I don't think we should stick around to find out.
I think we should leave this room right now because I'm not about this situation at all.
There's another passage to the west.
All right. Yep. Totally cool with that.
Okay.
Everything's
Take it.
terrible.
Passage to the west. Yeah.
As we leave this section, I pass Blurg a potion of healing.
Okay. Passes the Blurg of healing.
Because I have
Oh my gosh, you're just unbelievable.
Yeah. So you come to that passageway, and
I'm
all you find are some canisters with some valves attached to them.
Oh, go ahead.
The area above you is just a big, giant steel wall. Callista, you feel as you're in this room that chaos is coming somewhere from the north.
Everyone, my chaos
West.
sense is tingling.
Oh,
We should go north.
That time.
We should go north.
All right.
Okay.
You got it.
So you guys head in that direction. You enter a room that has a bunch of canisters with broken glass where creatures may have been in them at one point. There's another big grate, but everything in here is just disused. Nothing in here looks like it's been touched in a long, long, long time.
Where is this actually on the map?
Over here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me get rid of this. Boop. And
Cool. Okay.
can you guys see it?
Not
I think.
yet.
Hold on.
Full, like north or south?
Are we?
Oh.
Because we're going up, right?
Oh,
we're
hey.
going north.
No, you didn't go that
No.
direction.
Oh.
That is a big steel gate.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
So
Okay,
you went.
cool.
So you went back down south through the door where the blood had been coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And you see all these.
Gotcha. Okay.
You see all these canisters, but all the glass has been broken out. Ignore the things that are in those canisters; they're not actually there. But Callista, you feel that chaos coming from the north.
There's a passage to the north over here.
Yes. We need to go north. I feel
Alright,
the chaos
so-
is coming from there.
It's
You-
a rather
you got it.
narrow hallway. I'm not going to go first, if that's all right.
Why don't we go shortest to tallest, just so that everybody can see?
That's fair.
All right. Yep. That sounds great.
By the way, is it 2d4 plus 2 for the push?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll shake it up
All right.
and do like I'm doing like a Red Bull like chugging.
So,
am I the tallest? Do I go last? That works out. Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
So you guys head down this hallway. You, Callista, you're kind of ignoring. There's nothing coming off from this hallway off to your left. You get to another one of these kind of circular rooms, and as you guys are getting closer and closer to this area where you can feel that energy coming from, you hear a voice.
Does anyone else?
It's just
hear
saying,
us?
help, 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 over and over. Just help, help, help.
Please
So
tell
we
me
can
someone
actually-
else
That's real,
hears that
do you?
voice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we actually hear somebody in our ears right
Yeah,
now.
so
Chat.
yeah,
It's
so chat
interesting.
and roll 20, there's a guy just screaming help. I have in their ears.
Yep.
There
Do you
seems
think that's
to be,
real? Is it one of them another myth monsters that can
Seems-
just
Well,
talk?
the other one didn't scream help before it tried to eat you.
No,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
I
That
mean-
was me.
So
This
you
man
guys-
seems to be screaming over and over again,
Yeah.
scarcely drawing breath. I'm not sure if it is actually a person.
the doorway, you come up to a doorway where it's coming from.
Oh, I've been moved. Okay.
Yes.
Very well.
Well,
And you've got another
Um,
one of these brass doors in front of you.
Well, it worked really well the first time.
We either save someone or we hurt the person who hurt this person.
Yep, that
All right.
feels very appropriate to me.
Okay.
And I'll open the door.
You touch the door and it is spongy. It looked like a brass door, but it's spongy to the touch to the point that your hands just grasp through it and tear it down.
Yeah.
And the whole thing just collapses. And before you is the sphere of raw chaos. A pit of insanity sits before you. And in the corner is a face sticking up out of the floor, screaming, help, help, help. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Okay. Okay.
There's a lot to unpack in this situation.
It sure is.
And we will get a full description of the room next week.
Oh,
Oh,
My God, this is fucking wild.
this is so wild.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
I want to play this every day.
This is so fun.
Every day. Oh my
Good.
God.
Well, thanks everybody out for coming out. I know we went a little bit over, so thanks for sticking around and seeing a couple. See these guys
So
a little
many
bit in
of you.
combat.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I
Thanks
hope
to
everybody got
everyone for subbing. We had so much support tonight. Like
Yeah.
subs, a hype
Awesome.
train. We had a bunch of raids. Like you guys are amazing.
Nice,
Mhm.
awesome. So I hope everything came out. They loved Ptolus. They could get a sense for the city and just see really what all it has to offer. While we're doing the dungeon, there's still stuff to do up top side. There's a lot, believe me. I can't. I don't know if y'all can see the book, but this is
It's a big book.
it's a big book.
It's a very big book.
Shout out to the
Yeah.
bookmarks.
Yes, there's three. There's
Right,
three
shout
of
out
these
to
bad
those
boys.
3 ribbon bookmarks.
Yeah. So,
Really?
all right.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys, for a little bit of chaos tonight.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good
I
night.
have to go process what just
I
happened.
know, right? Much love.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.